Hello everyone, my name is Sohail Gorji and I am the founder and the president of ITD Canada. We're a vocational college in downtown Vancouver. As you know, the purpose of vocational college is to train people to get a job. We're not here to give you a degree, we're here to train you so you can get a job in a very competitive market in BC. The reason that I'm here today is I want to share with you a very great news with one of our recent graduates, Elaheh. Elaheh is here with me, and the reason that she's here is that she's very excited because she just landed a very good job with a very good employer as a result of the training that we had at ITD Canada. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about Elaheh, but she's going to explain it herself. So Elaheh, thank you very much for being here. Would you like to share your story, please, with us? Kind of like a brief story of how did you make it to Canada and what happened during the year that you've been with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here. Hello, everyone. I'm Elaheh. I recently graduated. And my story started last year. It was in April that I got my student visa and I started to study at ITD. Exactly 3 months later, it was July 6th that I landed in Vancouver, and I had no idea that what ITD is just gonna bring into my life. Everything started with definitely hard work, and for sure everything that I've learned from Sohail, the president of the college, and also the vice president of the college, Jamak, that taught us by choosing the best instructors for ITD school. They taught us everything regarding the skills that we needed and also how to prepare for the job interview by writing perfect resume and samples and patiently, just step by step, help us to prepare for the interview. And finally, I'm so excited that I got my job offer at TD Bank.
Awesome. I would like to step in here for a few seconds. Elijah, you are a very smart person. You have already checked very many different colleges. I know that you would actually look into public colleges and universities. When I met you for the first time, you told me that you've been at BCIT. You have even tried to apply for UBC. You already have master's degree in languages, and you wanted to get your PhD. So the journey started from there. And then we had a chat, and then you started doing a little bit of more research. And then eventually you chose us. But what I would think is that there is at least 260 other colleges in Vancouver that they're doing the same thing that we do. The one that is segregating us from the other colleges is because we're just focusing a lot on training our people of how to blend in Canadian society and how to get a job. So we actually have a specific program for this. Tell us how it actually helped you.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for reminding me that I got my bachelor and master's degree in English translation studies back home, and when I came here, I was thinking about continuing my studies for my PhD, and I was thinking even to go to UBC. But then I had interview with even the graduate students, and I realized all the graduate students after the graduation, what they are looking for is to get job. What distinguished this college from the rest of the colleges that I spent like half a year at least to do the search, going through all the colleges in Vancouver, was exactly this career preparation that prepare you for real life experience, for real life interviews, and also the Toastmasters that is presented here as one of the fundamental course that you learn every single thing, every single rules that I've taken. It just gives me a new skill. And also during the Toastmaster, it was the interview, the sample interview that they told us how to answer the questions for real life. And honestly, if it wasn't for the Toastmasters and if it wasn't for the skills that I learned during these courses that we had, it was impossible for me to be successful on writing the cover letter, resume, and also prepare for the interview.
So exactly, I do remember the day that I came and I saw you, that you were actually listening to the mock interview that Jamak and I did. In one of the sessions, Jamak and I kind of like did the mock interview. I interviewed him and he interviewed me. And I remember like one day I was just seeing that she was watching the video and kind of like religiously following it, asking us questions. And just tell us about that. When you went to the interview, to the real interview, a lot of questions and answers were exactly like whatever that we were coaching you with, correct?
Exactly. You see that extraction of 15 minutes video. I just studied that 15 minutes, at least like 3 hours. I just go through all the questions And it was surprisingly that what I had the 40 minutes interview with my TD Bank manager, and the manager of my managers, and the acquisition team, all was totally prepared to answer all the questions, and it was honestly the questions were even if it wasn't for those sample interview that I watched and tried to answer, personalize the answers. There was no way. It was so complicated. So thank you so much for that.
No problem, no problem. Thank you very much for sharing your stories with me. I guess that was not the only factor that you chose us. I mean, financially, we're much cheaper than the public colleges. I know that, again, you're a very smart person. There is always this story of postgraduate work permit versus not postgraduate work permit. I just want to get your feeling about that. Like, you chose us, obviously. Very unfairly, the federal government does not give the private colleges the privilege of applying for a postgraduate work permit. That's a topic for another day. We're not going to get into that right now. But in between all the colleges that they're here in BC, at least we have like 25 different universities, 2 institutes, a few other public colleges, and about 260 private colleges. You happen to choose us. And one factor was basically the career preparation that we're offering you. I would like you to a little bit talk about the quality of instruction here, because you have spent years in universities as well, and also how our reasonable pricing, I don't want to say it, but I'm assuming that our price is extremely reasonable. So would you like to comment on that?
Definitely. Most important reason that made this college different from the rest of the colleges was the 10,000 grants, the compassionate grant that they are offering for during the COVID time. And the other one was exactly the instructors that are selected. They all are tech savvy. Not only they prepare us to learn all the skills, but also we learn how to apply the skills in real life and in industry. So, well, these are only the few, and the most important one, again, I just want to repeat it because it was one of my most important concern, was that learning all these skills, the most important thing at the end is finding a job. And this college was just connecting me to my dreams by having these skills, learning
skills required.
Yeah, required to get a dream job.
Awesome. That's very good. I just would like to say that as an educator, this is my dream come true. I've been educating people for over 20 years. I've had ITD Canada for over 12, or I've been managing ITD Canada for over 22 years now. We're actually one of the old players in the market. But honestly, days like this, that I have a successful student who's placed and who just basically goes the ladders and meets every single dream that he or she had, that is the greatest prize for me. So I'm very, very happy for you, Elaheh. I'm really, really happy that you got the job that you wanted. It's a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll wish to see you again soon.
Thank you so much. I hope that the day comes that we all see your success in getting your job. Thank you.
Thanks.